Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 3 Geeks Flix. Joining me, as always, is that giggling man we all love, the Muse, Justin Kyle. Say hello, everyone, Justin.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and of course, I'm the Tech Mitchell Wright. We're back. This is a beta. The Muse has seen The Mummy. I have not, and he wants to give you his point-blank, right from the heart, honest opinion about how he feels about the movie. So, as I always do, I want to let you all know that a beta is spoiler-free. Okay? It is spoiler-free, usually. But I think in this one, we're just going to let the goods out. The Muse has just got to let you know really what this movie is all about. So, beware, be warned, spoilers are coming.
Oh no!
So as I always do, I look to you, good Muse, and say, Justin, give it to me. What you got?
Well, I'm glad you said it's spoiler-free because I forgot that betas are spoiler-free. I will try to honor that just in case we have people that want to see it.
I said that we don't have to be on this one. You seem like you got a lot on your mind.
Well, I do.
Okay.
So this was one of those times where it was one of those times where 15 minutes in, you're really hoping and talking to yourself, I really hope the rest of this movie's not like this.
Oh no!
I remember thinking that, and then there was probably 2 or 3 times where I was thinking maybe I should just leave. And I don't want to be too harsh because I've seen worse films.
Okay.
But the last movie, I've only walked out on very, very few movies. I can only remember one, and that was the last. It was The Wolverine, where he goes to Japan. Now, that was a pretty good movie. I think it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I left in the end with the Silver Samurai came out. I was like, nope, I'm out, and then I took off. I didn't see how it ended. Still haven't seen how it ends.
Wow.
With this one, I was thinking this 25 minutes in. I was thinking, so here's the deal.
Wow.
The marketing, especially the trailers, were very misleading as far as tone goes.
Really?
They were very serious. They were very ominous.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing really scary about this movie. The tone was all over the place, and that is putting it lightly. It literally was all over the place.
Wow.
The Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise. He's an international superstar, as he should be.
Okay.
He's an action star. He does his own stunts. He gave 100%, as always, to this.
Okay. Good.
That's about really the only saving thing. The action was okay. They really hyped up in the marketing that the zero-G sequence in the plane, that was the big thing. It was okay. I mean, it was okay. It was fine. But, I don't know, man. Russell Crowe was in this movie, and I was thinking for Russell Crowe, an Oscar winning, it's Russell Crowe. He's probably easily in the top 5 working actors on the planet, right? Would you agree?
Right, yes.
I was thinking overacting, man. And I don't think it was his fault. I don't think it was their fault, considering who the director was. The director, I forget his name. It's like Alex Kurtzman or something like that.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know. I was like you. After I saw the reviews, that lowered my expectations. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't like, oh, yes. Like I was going on to say, okay. I was kind of walking on eggshells to begin with. And I'm glad. I did that.
Okay.
It was very misleading. The climax, the story doesn't make sense a lot of times. And I remember thinking one singular thought almost the entire time is imagine the campiness. Remember the original Mummy franchise with Brendan Fraser? The first one came out like 98, 99, right?
Yes.
I think it's a warm blanket. It's a warm blanket for me,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I enjoyed the film.
At the time, it was solid. I mean, they had CGI, remember, with the bass and the swarm. And it was very campy at the time, but that was that generation. It was 90s, right?
Yes.
Imagine if that movie came out today in 2017.
it probably wouldn't have as warm a reception because of everybody's expectations.
Right. And there were so many jokes in this, attempted jokes, that fell completely flat and were just really, really awkward.
Really?
So if we're talking about this objectively, as far as formal criticisms,
yeah,
I don't remember anything cool about the music whatsoever.
Wow.
The special effects were average. The only big thing that they had was the zero-G sequence, which, again, considering even just the Mission Impossible franchise, that's not that cool. I mean,
right.
It was fine. Again, it was fine.
Right.
Tom Cruise he did okay. I mean, his comedic elements weren't as good as I thought they had been in previous movies, like Tropic Thunder. I thought he was hilarious in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I give you that.
He's been funny in some movies, and the action, it was okay. The cinematography was good. The cinematography was good. The story, a lot of the story doesn't make sense. That's the other thing, especially the ending.
Really?
And how they chose to end this movie, I was like, WTF?
Huh.
What's going on?
So you stayed the whole way through?
I did stay the whole way through.
Was there any Easter eggs? Or, I'm not, like, after credit scenes?
No, I don't think there was any after credit scenes.
Okay.
I didn't say after the credits, I will say that.
Okay.
But one of the biggest criticisms I've heard from critics is that they try to, instead of spending, they call this the Mummy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people say it was only 50% of the Mummy and 50% of setting up the Dark Universe. And, that could be a special thing. That universe in itself has a lot of potential,
It does, and that's why it's disheartening to hear all this.
It does. So they spent some of the argument is they spent way too much time doing that instead of focusing on this movie as a singular movie and like this villain.
So they did a whole they did like a DC sin.
Yep.
Batman vs Superman sin.
I don't think it was quite that bad. Honestly, I think that was. But yes, you see what I'm saying. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they essentially did that.
All right.
Now, go ahead.
What's your number? In all honesty,
I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
I was really thinking about this. So we do our numbers from 1 to 10,
yes.
right? So that would be equivalent from like 0 to 100.
Yes.
So if you give it a 9, that's essentially 90, and that's an A.
Yeah.
So really, if we're looking at this as far as educational grades, anything like a 6 and below would be a failing grade, right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it'd be like a 5.9 and below. Yeah, would be fail.
In other words, you probably wouldn't even buy that on DVD if it failed, right?
Right.
Let alone spend money on it.
Right.
That's tough. I don't see me buying this on DVD, and I was really kind of. I don't like to. I think it's misleading for me to say I was disappointed, again, considering the research I did. You and I talked about the reviews before I saw it as well.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going in there with low expectations. So I'd hate to say I was disappointed. If you read the reviews and you let the reviews affect your mindset, that is probably what's going to happen. It's about as accurate as you think it's going to be after the reviews.
Okay.
So even after you and I have this conversation, it's probably going to be as bad as you think it is.
Oh yeah. And
So-
I figured it would be.
I'll probably give it like a 5.
Mm.
I don't want to be too harsh because they did have some cool elements, but it was more of they failed at just as many aspects of filmmaking as they succeeded at. I feel.
Poor execution all around, pretty much.
Correct. Yes.
A lot of big names and not a lot of substance.
And that's the other thing that's disappointing. When you say big names,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, look at the other actors they're talking about bringing in.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender, Charlize Theron, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They got a lot of work to do.
it's got potential. But it just didn't start off in a strong foot at all.
No, doesn't sound like it. Man. Well, given all that and the fact that we all need a hug now, check us out on Facebook, 3 Geeks Flix.
Yeah.
Give us a like, comment, holler, troll us. You don't do Facebook, we've got Twitter. It's at the number 3 Geeks Flix. Flix is, of course, spelled F-L-I-X. Give us a follow there. Give us a holler there. Troll there. Get involved. You are the third geek. Get on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. Leave us comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd like to see more of or less of. Please do not include clothing on that list. I'm sorry, we can only go so far. This is still somewhat of a family-friendly show. I said somewhat.
Correct. Yes.
Make sure they're teens. Make sure they're teens.
Right.
We're definitely PG-13, I think. Not quite NC-17.
That's debatable.
But anyways, appreciate y'all sticking around, and stay tuned to the glow of those monitors, because we're going to catch you next time. Good night. I want to tongue punch you something.
Oh, look. If I do it like this, it'll look like I'm bald.
Yeah, you got kind of like the... You look like George from Seinfeld.
I got no idea, Jerry.
In the middle of the night. You don't want to know what's going on. Why do you have it out?
That's what she said.
Yet.
Yeah. I don't know. That should be a blooper on our show, but that would be funny if it was. I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying because there are young people that watch it, you know. So
yeah, they'd get it.
Well, I hope they wouldn't get it. That would be a funny blooper. It's your show. That's what because people ask me. It's not just my show. I know, but people ask me about it's our show. But people ask me about the outtakes, and I'm like, I don't control the outtakes. He does the editing on his own. That's the thing. So, and I kind of feel like as far as checks and balances, just because of like the electoral college and all that stuff, it'd probably be better if I didn't choose the outtakes. I think it depends. I think it depends on the episode, and I think it depends on our moods.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it really does. And I mean, sometimes we can kind of go with something a little more edgy, and then other times we've just really got to watch it and be careful because, we've got a different audience, and they have certain expectations of us. So, I mean, that's really what it boils down to in the end. And that's really all just bullshit because I really couldn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.